Welcome to Motoring Northwest with me, Mark Stone, and the Izuzu D Max STR. The double cab 1.1 tonne pickup, but in many ways isn't. As you can see, it's a little bit extreme. It joins, of course, the blade. It fits between the blade and the Arctic truck and forms part of Izuzu's adventure range. As you can see, it's not without body protection. This actually works well, deflecting mud, dirt, spray and everything else. So whilst the new bumper profile, etc. is very interesting, it's got huge amounts of body protection underneath. It sits 250mm higher than normal. It sits on vast 17-inch alloys. And of course, they've decided to fit huge 17-inch tyres. The benefit is 17-inch off-road tyres. There's a vast selection, so although it comes on Pirelli Scorpions, you can fit whatever you want. Right, I could live without the graphics, I'll be quite honest. And the mountaintop roll that covers the load bed is singularly awkward to use. However, that's not what it's all about. This is a lifestyle pickup that will, if you want, work. As you can see, huge amounts of protection all around it. Inside, it's leather, Alcantara. You get a D sports steering wheel, thick rimmed with thumb and palm rests. Green stitching everywhere on it. It's 3 3/4 turns lock to lock, so a more standard steering wheel would actually prove a better bet. But it's all part and in keeping with the vehicle itself. Underneath the bonnet you have the usual 1900 4-cylinder turbo diesel, 161 brake horsepower, 265 feet-pounds of torque. Flat out 112 miles an hour, and 0 to 62 comes up in 12.7 seconds. The interesting thing about this new 4-cylinder diesel out of Izuzu, it does not require AdBlue. So there you are, that's how clean they are. This beats all the emissions. The problem is, you look at it and you think it's going to be a fire breather. It isn't. Mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission with sequential. You've got 2 high, 4 high and 4 low with an automatic diff lock. Like the rest of the D-Maxes, it is great off-road. These vehicles go off-road an absolute treat. Right, the green embroidery all over it, the green stitching is because of what they call the PEDR suspension and PEDR system that's been fitted. If you look, you've got bright green brake calipers, you've got much improved front brakes, you have got bright green wishbones. The suspension system, if it's by PEDR, it's bright green, even down to the bright green inserts. It does ride extremely well on road without a load, which is something that these at times tend not to be very good at. But in the case of the new XTR, yes, it's very, very good and very, very smooth on road. For the simple reason it's been conceived as the family man's double cab pickup. You wouldn't really buy this to work it hard, you'd go and buy the utility, which you'll see the review of that a little bit further down the YouTube films. But all in all, it's not bad. It's not for the shrinking violet by any stretch of the imagination. Everywhere you go, you will get looked at. This particular one, with the extras and the trims and the bits and pieces, is £43,315, 80 pence, including VAT. So if you're buying it as a company car, then you'll be able to get the old dreaded 20% VAT back. All in all, it's not a bad thing to live with. As I said, I could live without the graphics. I would prefer it in a plain colour and probably a darker colour. You get the huge side steps on it, which are very useful. Otherwise, it's very tricky to get in and out of. So use the side steps. They're not there for looking good. They are actually very, very useful. But apart from that, if you want a double cab pickup that looks significantly different, that is very good off-road, the Izuzu D Max STR Extreme, that's what it stands for, could well be the one to go for. The Arctic truck I have tested and driven. It looks good, but in most ways it's actually extremely impractical. It doesn't fit anywhere, it's difficult to drive, and it's nowhere near as nice inside as this is. Very, very comfortable. I've been getting just short of 30 to the gallon out of it over a couple of 100 miles. It's actually quite relaxing to drive. You don't get a DAB radio, you get sat-nav and everything else, but you do get full Bluetooth connectability, which means you can play all your digital radio stations purely by linking your phone and the system together. For a more in-depth review, go to motoringnorthwest.com where you can read a written review, or Drystone Radio 103.5 FM and tune into the Backseat Driver Radio Show.